that's where you want to be. You want to be in that lion's mouth, yeah.
And
because that way you know you protected.
Yeah, I know this now, but at the time of the dream was going on, I thought this thing was ready to end everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's your natural mind coming in at that point.
Woo! I was tripping Fruit Loops. I was like, oh no. I was like, this is the end.
So yeah, I guess you now see what magic means.
Right. And I knew that
that's
already.
That's the wrong terminology.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But he does. That's what I want to be careful about.
But I guess the word that you basically was wanting to say was like divine intervention.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. That's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have a word for it because I don't have a word for it.
Yeah. It's divine intervention because basically that's what, and with divine intervention comes favor, grace, mercy, forgiveness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we all fuck up. So that's where that divine intervention comes in. Because even though we do fuck up, he's still gonna be there. He's still gonna protect us. Still gonna, So yeah. But when you saw as far as magic, that's basically talking about like controlling.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like having like you basically.
I don't want none
your
of that.
intentions are to control the situation to have it your way.
No, I'm trying to understand what happened to me. In spirit, like what exactly did you do to me? Because it did stuff like I can't explain.
You went through a upgrade.
I went through something.
Yeah, you went through an upgrade. Yeah, because it can't happen in this realm. So you have to actually. That's what like when we dream, it's like you ever hear the astral plane? Mm-hmm. It's like your soul will actually go to the other realms to receive these upgrades and receive like knowledge, to receive truth, understanding, stuff like that. Because we can't, even though we can get it here, it has to go through so many different, it's going to get diluted so much that by the time you get it, it's not going to be as clear. Mm-hmm. Versus if you going, if it's be already there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was calling right now. But so yeah, you just went through an upgrade, and basically you don't know what that upgrade was, but the thing about you said you felt how good? How did you say you felt?
Felt renewed, healthy. Mm-hmm. Just.
And then think about, I don't know when this was during that time. What was you going through?
I had dreamed that afternoon that the stomach demon woke up, and it was coming for me. And my dad come out behind me because I hauled ass and this truck pulled up, and it was just, I couldn't see the person in the truck. I just knew the truck, and I jumped in the back of the truck with my stuff. I had this tote, and there was this robe, and it was stitched with blue on the bottom of it, and it was glowing because I was in a dark room, and it was either the old house, my first house that I lived in when we were up there, or either it was my house because it had a hallway, and there was like this faint light, and I was looking at this stomach, and it was infected. It was like this green color, and you can zoom in on stuff in dreams. So I zoomed in on it, and it had like a face, but it had like arms, legs, feet, and everything, and it woke up. And I was like, and I was right there at it, and I freaked out.
So this is before you had. This is right before. Okay,
This afternoon, I had it that afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew if it touched me, I was dead.
So did you do anything between the last dream?
So I turned. It was a tote with the robe, and it was glowing. That was the only thing that was illuminating. I picked it up and I ran, and I'm looking down.
It was a what now?
A tote, like a tote of clothes.
A tote of clothes?
A tote of clothes.
Oh, okay.
And his robe was on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it was this cardigan.
The robe of righteousness, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a robe. And
or the robe of salvation.
And I picked it up and I jumped in the back of this truck, and my dad ran around, and he was like, where are you going? He's like, everything's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like, you don't understand what I just saw. We're not going back in there no more. And I woke up, and I felt horrible. I felt like something was coming down on me. I felt bad. Like I was like, this is gonna be it right here. And I went to sleep that night, and that was when I.
But you didn't say nothing, or you didn't do nothing.
I mean, yeah, I prayed.
Okay, that's what I was asking. That's
yeah, I had prayed, and absolutely. When I woke up from that, it scared me. And then I went to sleep that night, and that was when I was offered the dirty water, and then I was offered the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was offered the cup, when I didn't accept the dirty water and I went to leave, that was when I was put on the front porch. And then they were like, the three men asked me if I wanted a drink. And I could just feel how good it was. It was so much.
Oh, so that was doing that whole. That was like that whole. Did you write that down there? What you gave me?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah. And that was when I walked into the house because I was like, yeah, come on, I was inviting her with me and everything. I was, come on, let's go. We going with them, and we went in, and I thought I was about to have the best drink of my life, and then I walked in, and I'm suspended. I'm not touching nothing. I'm in blackness. And then I started seeing like little gold orbs. And then I realized they were stars. And I was like, oh, snap. I was like, where am I at? And then I saw the glow. Like, like you was talking about earlier, like, but I was really, and then I was like, oh my. I was like, what is this? And I was like doing this and looking and then my spirit, I was like, what is this? And my spirit was like, this is the Star of Judah. And then that was when the line started moving, and that was when I got scared because I was like, it's fixing to just come down. And it did. It came down over top of me, and when I woke up, I hadn't ate in like a week. Like I was already kind of sick before this.
But sometimes like fasting, especially I don't know if you done it intentionally, like fast intentionally. But if you do fast intentionally, you will get like you will get like revelations, or you will get like powerful like insights and like healing. You know what I'm saying, through that. Cause you gotta think about it. The food that we be eating is so contaminated now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's been tampered with, and so it's good to fast. Like I try to fast at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? If it's for a day, you know what I'm saying? Just to detox from all the poisons. But then you also know, like with foods too, you have to really pray over it. You know what I'm saying? The right way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not like the script that we was growing up with. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. I'm glad I forgot it, but you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the food. Oh no, it's God is great. Yeah. That one right there. So, it's just knowing how to pray over it, and then also learning how to detox from it as well. But yeah, so I say that to say, when you talk about that road, that's a road to salvation. You know what salvation means, right?
Explain. Definition.
Deliverance. That's what salvation means. A lot of people use that word, like they use that term, they use that word, like, because you're so used to it. I'm saved, whatever, blah, blah. But do you know what saved means? You know what I'm saying? It means that you are delivered. It means that you are free from whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, salvation is not a one-time deal. It's a hourly sometimes, a daily. You know what I'm saying? It's constant. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're gonna all battle demons throughout this time with this in this flesh. You know what I'm saying? We can't exempt it. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that and learning how to, which I gave you that paper about the thoughts, learning how to identify them, so that way. Cause see, this thing about it is, once you identify them, and you can rid them, but if you don't know what they are, and you just keep allowing them to continue to oppress and to influence you, it becomes harder because now they have more influence. They have more, they call it like a stronghold over you.
So I tell you the dream about the stomach, right? I told you I was kind of sick before that. So after I had that dream, I got sicker. It was like a day or so. I ate, everything was good, and then I got sicker. And I went to the doctor, and I told the doctor, because I hadn't been to the doctor for this. I don't know how many times. I told him, I said, look, I had a dream about a body organ, and it was infected. And I said, you're gonna show me a chart of every body organ that in the stomach. or in that area vicinity, because I thought it was like my gallbladder or something in that area. And he pulled it up, and it was the actual stomach. And I had an H. pylori infection. And it's a bacteria. And if you look it up, it's green. And it's got arms and legs.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I tell people, like, illnesses, you know, doctors and physicians or whatever, they're going to say it's a disease. They're going to say it's a bacteria. They're going to use these terms that make it seem like it's something natural. Yeah, it's natural, it's supernatural. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's an actual demon.
When I tell you that thing woke up,
yeah,
it was over.
Yeah. And just like I told you before, like, if, like, we always focus on our bodies, we always focus on, like, the material, the flesh, the outwardness. But once you heal your soul, which is the source, it eliminates all the illnesses. It eliminates all, like, you actually be youthful again. You can, like, you ever heard of the fountain of youth? Mm-hmm. It starts with yourself. That's the key to the fountain of youth, is dealing with yourself, focusing on your soul, yourself. You know what I'm saying? Once you do that, you will be rejuvenated. You will feel refreshed. You will feel like you'll have that, like, that spunk. You know what I'm saying? Like when you was a kid. But it'd be even better, because now you're actually reaping the benefits from it, because your mind is now at a state where you can like be more clear, be more in tune, be more focused, be more like just intelligent, like all that. So it's like it puts you in a better state. And then on top of that, once you start dealing with yourself, everything that you worried about, that you focus on, that you won't, like for instance, you say, like, you know, I'm worried about my son, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. All that stuff will just fall into place. And you just be like, wow. Like, I ain't even had to do nothing. Like, but you did. It's just, you had to you know what I'm saying?
I have.
Yeah.
Until I understood what was going on,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, that's why it's important for people, like, to do your studying, like, focus on yourself. Like, everybody, like I said, you know the path that you know your own path. You know what I'm saying? I know my path. Everybody has a certain path. So just follow your path, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And don't allow nobody to deter you or to cause you to,
when I woke up from this
sidetrack from that path.
When I woke up from this dream,
do no U-turns. You know what I'm saying? No falling asleep, going off the road, hitting the ditch. Cause the ditch is where the enemy is, like the enemy interest. You know what I'm saying?
I prayed and I asked Yahweh to give me a sign, and I asked him for the word noodles. And after I woke up from that dream, and it was to ask if I was on the right path, I waited a whole day and a half. I was a little upset when I went to bed, because I was expecting him to do incredible things, you know. And then the next day I woke up, I was expecting incredible things when I went to sleep. That's what it was. And then I had this dream and I woke up.
It's like Gideon trying to make a fleece. You know, basically like saying, like, show me a sign.
Show me.
Show me something. Show me. Yeah, that's the same thing. A fleece called a fleece. Yeah.
Tell me I'm on the right.
But that's not how you operate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about belief.
Oh, I know. I did. I believed he was gonna tell me.
But the thing about it is, once you get it, he'll start to reveal things tangibly for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And he did.
But it's all on your intentions, and which is like, if anything, like when you deal with people, we deal with anything in life. Examine your intentions and your motives, right, and be honest with yourself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Because what your intentions and motives are can be displayed differently, and that can cause a lot of unnecessary oppression and chaos. But the thing about it is, that's your karma, because your intentions were for this. Yeah, they want genuine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to make sure it's genuine. So anytime you deal with people, you got to make sure your intentions are genuine.
Haven't we reaped those seeds?
Oh yeah,
haven't we reaped those seeds?
I definitely have.
I have too.
And I have learned my lesson.
Me too.
Yeah. So, and I mean, at the end of the day, we never gonna be perfect. Again, it's a daily process. I say it's an hourly process because I think daily
I
sometimes
think
like
it's moment by moment.
moment by moment, yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day,
Because you can pick and
it could
choose
be
things.
it can happen in minutes, it can happen in seconds, it can happen in hours. What you know what I'm saying? Days, however, you know what I'm saying. But it's just being able to understand it and identify it when it does happen. And the way you do that is you have to sometimes force yourself to like I gave you that that chart on the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
How I told you I used to work at a hospital, so you had to document on patients every 15 minutes what they doing, boom, boom, and they could be doing the same thing for like an hour. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta write it down. You know what I'm saying? So I like, okay, we doing this for people. You know what I'm saying? But who applies this for themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that we need to apply to ourselves. Like document our thoughts, document what we're doing to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much power when you see things that you like it's different. Like because I mean, at the end of the day, do you know you did an hour ago?
Yeah.
Specifically?
No, not specifically.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't even know what they even did 15 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? I can't even tell you what I did 15 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Besides talking to you, but I don't know where we was talking about 15 minutes ago or whatever. So when you start to see it and start documenting like every 15 minutes to understand your thoughts, to understand your actions, to understand whatever, that's how you reform yourself, and that's how you help yourself to understand like things that you could have like I just say like this. It's like basically understand your flaws and understanding the things that have can like mind control over you. You know what I'm saying? Because some things we do unknowingly, we don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so natural.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you actually see it, it's like, man, why was I thinking about that for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, why did I do that for? So now you can actually examine yourself to be like, okay, so I need to reform from this. I need to figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you can identify the actual spirit that was influencing that.
I find another good way of
Talk to me.
doing that is sit down and just write. Just pour whatever your thoughts are onto that piece of paper.
Right hand is where that? But a lot of ticket.
But yeah, write it out and write it out for like 30 minutes until you feel like you just can't write no more, and then go back and read it like a day later.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll tell you some real stuff.
Because when I was in prison, I used to write every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have my documentation. Like it's thousands of papers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So like, and I used to do that too. I used to write, and then I say the end of the night when I'm about to go to sleep, I read over it just to see, you know what I'm saying, or if I need to change something, you know what I'm saying. But
right.
I just look at it and just like, okay. But again, I would look at it and be like, where'd I get this from? You know what I'm saying? And like most of the stuff I felt it was divine. Like it was like what they call a prophecy, whatever. But some stuff was like emotional, like my emotional feelings, you know what I'm saying, or ego, you know what I'm saying. And I saw, like I said, all religion has truth, all religion has falsehood. So even when we write stuff, there's gonna be some truth and there's gonna be some ego. You know, there's gonna be some ego, feelings, emotion involved in it. So again, it's just the more you do it, the more you be in tune to know how to, I guess, decipher which is which. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it won't be as confusing, and you'll be at a point where you could be like, oh, I already know where this come from. So what I need to do to
get rid of this,
get rid of that. Get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so that's how it goes.
When you learn to identify it, yep.
Yeah, it's all about identifying, you know what I'm saying? And that's, again, we identifying things within us, but anything in life, we need to know the identity of it, you know what I'm saying? Which we don't, especially in society. Because what we see as the head, we actually seeing like the chest. You see what I'm saying? We ain't seeing the head. they don't want to see the head. That's why the veil is, you know what I'm saying, over. But we actually seeing like the chest. So once you, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation. But once you get that understanding, you will understand like why things are the way they are, and how you can reform from being basically involved in that lie.
Mindset.
Yeah, that lie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. It's like waking up and you see it and you're just like, okay, why have I thought like this my whole life? Why you start questioning everything. You start questioning it all. And then your reality is gonna break. And then when that happens, it can be rebuilt in the right way.
Like I said, it's like being like when they say you're gonna be reborn, that's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? That old person is like dead, and then it's like it's like you got to figure out who you are now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a whole nother person. I'm living a whole nother life. Like who am I now?
Right.
And it's like you just starting all over again. But you know, you still in the same battle. That's it.
Right.
But again, that can even transform as well. Yeah. Yeah.
That was something I posted a year ago.
Today?
No, it was like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
And that's what made me think of it, because he takes it and literally crushes it.
Yeah.
And then he makes a new one and he gives it back to her, and it's like, oh, look,
and I think,
brand new person.
And I think that's what people try to avoid is
that process.
Because that process, woo.
Because he got to get all them thorns out. He's got to.
What they call hell. I guess that's the best example of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, ain't no such thing as that. But anyway, if I had to give an example of it, that's what it's gonna feel like. Because it's like it's gonna hurt.
It does.
It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel confused. You're gonna feel like you just gonna feel bad. You know what I'm saying? You gonna
feel like this.
You know, because you like before you might feel like, you know, you might have a little egotistic confidence. You know what I'm saying, about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I make money, I get bitches, I get hoes, all that shit, whatever. And then he be like, oh, word up, okay.
Let me take that.
Then next thing you know, you feel like a piece of lint on your shirt.
I ain't know about it.
that the wind just throw away. You know what I'm saying? That's how the process goes. And then, which is necessary, because now you are humble. So then when you do rise back up again, it'll be different. You see what I'm saying? I told this about the other day, like I was saying how, like, in order to be a boss, in order to be a king, in order to be anything as far as like a head, you first have to be a servant. Meaning, regardless if you were the boss or you were the king or whatever, you have to be a servant to your servants.
To your people,
yeah. To your people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because
really,
at the end of the day,
for them.
Right, you work for them, yeah. Because at the end of the day, if the only way your empire can be what it is through them, and the only way that they can do that to help you is for you to be a service to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I met her.
Yeah. You got to be humble. You got to be humble, and you have to understand that whole process. Because with power comes responsibility.
My girl.
It comes responsibility.
It does, and yes.
And a lot of people forget that part. You know what I'm saying? So in order to be the boss, you have to also be the servant. You know what I'm saying?
Spend a lot of nights sitting up thinking about people.
Because think about it like this. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, so say for instance, I own this company, right? And I got all these. I got my managers, got my supervisors, got my workers, and janitors, blah blah blah, all down the line. Now, if I'm egotistically, I'm full of myself, and I treat them like shit, how's that gonna affect my empire?
Oh, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fall.
Because if I'm talking shit to the janitors, and my shit not clean, then when the inspection comes, they can shut my shit down.
Right.
If I'm treating the workers like shit and just trying to be their boss and talking shit, then they can stop. They can like lessen my production, time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, or either sabotage. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking shit to my manager and supervisor, they're not gonna give a fuck about what the Ruckers doing. You see what I'm saying? Like it's it's like you have to be humble. You have to be a servant to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Meaning saying, like, you know what I'm saying, you talking to the janitors or whatever, be like, look, I appreciate you. Thank you for keeping my bathrooms clean. Thank you for keeping my office clean. I appreciate you. Give him a gift card to go out and eat or something. Give you a good example. Football. Tom Brady, right? He played I think like most of his time he played. The only way he was successful was because of his motherfucking offensive line. He used to buy them cars, watches, like, you know what I'm saying, show his appreciation, because if it weren't for them, he wouldn't be who he was. He would have won 7 championships. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, that's another way I want to throw this. Like, we have to be servants. You know what I'm saying? We have to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want to succeed, I got to make sure my people succeed, and I got to make sure that anything they need, I'm here. Anything they want, I'm here. You see what I'm saying? What you laughing at? Oh. But yeah, yeah. I'm just, their
head.
Yeah, they let them go to the head, and they get egotistic, and they get cocky in a bad way. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being confident, but when it comes to arrogance and, you know, disrespect and unappreciative, like, that's where, you know what I'm saying, that it affects you. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I drink. I would if I was drinking, I'd drink to that.
I drank to that. Yeah. Yep. So that's weird.
100.
Which one is that? No, somebody put N-word. I was like, which one is that? I don't know. You good?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good. I don't be. That comes with it.
Oh no, I just laughed at it.
Yeah, that comes with it. I ain't even tripping on that. But that's one thing about a lot of, like, with this right here, like, people think they're entitled to just say what they want to say and do what they want to do now. But if they was to actually see you in your face, they would never, like, come at you like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is.
If it makes their hearts happy.
Like, hey, teach his own. Teach his own. But I just know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, everybody's entitled to speak their opinion now.
That's true.
But, you know, that's your truth. That's your truth, partner. Doesn't affect me nowhere at all.